You record. Here we are. We're recording. Kyle, you're up.
All right, cool. Am I sharing though?
You're sharing.
Perfect. All right, so I really like the other Kyle's profile page, and I'm going to be picking up that portfolio. The one thing I didn't like it as much about is that I kind of wanted to do a little bit more. So I'm assuming this is the mobile screen, depending on the size for this carousel. It might be in the middle, but what this is going to do is just some quick screenshots from the projects. That way, as soon as you log in, you're met with a nice picture. You get a few ideas of what's going on, and immediately you can get my information if you want it, or you could start scrolling or go to the nav bar and find the right place on the screen. Really just kind of condensing your eye to say, hey, these are the things I've done. Here's a little bit about me, a nice fun picture from travels or so. This one is a little bit more depending on what we end up with and how many circles, but pretty much it was the same pictures as above, but kind of redirecting you like, hey, I'm in HTML, I did this, and here's a quick picture, maybe a picture of me or a picture of a dog in the middle here. Coming through here, we're going to have another picture, and these are going to be kind of placeholders, a little bit more simple, just another picture here, maybe a little bit of more detail, and then brings you to exactly where they were, depending on what is going to be needed for those projects. So it's going to be a little bit more open-ended. And then the last part is just going to be, the contact buttons on the bottom, just to go ahead and click through. So it's going to be a one screen here, mainly made for mobile, depending on size, and it just scales up. And then I got a list of get the boxes, buttons, and general shape done by tomorrow. Color in all the boxes, complete the about me and education parts, and then on Thursday, just go ahead and finalize all the fun stuff. So if I run out of time, then that would be the stuff that's left over.
Awesome. I think this is a good plan of action. I like the portfolio, looks good. Yeah, and with the projects that list of things used, yeah, it'll be important to highlight the technologies used, and maybe a little description on the right there, just of like what it is, So very cool.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right. All righty. Who's next? I don't know what list he was talking about. So
I'll go next.
all right.
Don't mind all my stuff. Here's where I'm going to start. It's just going to be a big picture in the background with my name in there. And then there's be a button right here with my thoughts will take you to this page right here. And I was going to start making each page and then just somehow connect them. And then so every time you click, like my file will take you here. And each one will take you to a different page. And then if you just want to go straight down, just go like there's a button right here that takes you to the first one, which is my file. And then there's plus one here takes you back up to this main page. And then the next one just keeps moving forward. So each top button brings you back up, but left and right brings you left and right. And then this page is going to be my strengths. Oh yeah, from this part right here, it's been my journey. So it's basically be about me, my career. And every time you pick a tab, it changes information. And then for my strengths, I'm just going to have basically everything I know so far. And then just like maybe put like a bar on each one for like more percentage.
Yeah.
Weakness, I don't need that. And then this one is coming from our projects. I only did finish one so far, and that's the Pac-Man. So I'm just gonna put that down and maybe just put coming soon for the rest. So when I complete them, I just add it to it.
Yeah.
And my last page is just basically just my contact information.
Cool. Seems pretty ambitious. I like it.
It is. I already started with the first part.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to wonder if I mean too much, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'll be the person who says I didn't complete in time. Here's why.
Right. And I don't know if Josh mentioned this, but we're not looking for fully completed projects by the end of the week. If you happen to complete what you set out to do, awesome. Right. If you don't, no worries. Show us what you got, kind of thing,
Perfect.
And these are things we would like you to work on, you know, after the boot camp, or continue working in your spare time. I mean, we have a week off next week, so lots of time there, right? But this is very good. I like it. I like what you're thinking. You're thinking this to be a giant single page, and those pluses kind of just take you to certain parts of that page.
yes, and so there's like the thought bubble, so take you to each one.
Okay.
We're still working on an idea of how to get to each page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Vincent, we have whole next week off?
Yeah.
And I know that.
Damn, what are we gonna do?
We do?
I think so.
No way.
I thought we start Python next week.
No.
Python starts. My suggestion would probably be to read up as much as we can about Python.
You should get access. Oh, he's back. Josh, they have next week off, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You guys get access.
What?
You guys get access on Friday to Python, I believe. Okay. So you can start looking at material. You can start working on assignments, probably. It's up to you. You know, you can finish out projects, that kind of thing.
Why are we having whole week off? Like,
I don't know. I just worked
Holidays.
Okay.
I don't know. I just work here.
Probably Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, plus the timing of company calendar procedures. So just one of those things. I don't know exactly the reason, but we've chosen that this week would be off company-wide.
It was fate.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Yancy. That was very good. All right. Who's next? I don't have a list, Josh. I don't know what list we're talking about.
Oh, I was just like reading from top to bottom of my Zoom, like who the list of names on the Zoom.
I'll go just to get it over it. I don't know.
There it is. Let's do it.
All right. So I'm gonna do a portfolio, but it's not gonna be special because can y'all see that?
Yes.
So I already have a website. I do app development too, but I want to do both web and app. So what I really want my website, well, my web development website to be is like complementary of what I already have. So I'm gonna keep it very minimalistic. It's just gonna have like my skills section for web development, my project section, and a way to contact me. I spent most of my time trying to figure out how I'm gonna get it to be responsive. So that's why it doesn't look that special, but I'm just trying to figure out like what it's gonna look like on browser and tablet and mobile. But it's basically meant to complement my already existing website.
Okay. So this is your already existing website. Nice.
Yes. It's all meant for like app development because like I told, I did 10 months at the Apple Developer Academy. So I was doing apps before I got here, but I was doing websites before I got to the App Developer Academy. So I'm back on websites. So now I'm just trying to find a way to combine the two.
Okay. Okay. So now does your website have a mobile first design to it?
Yeah, it does. That's why my biggest purpose is trying to get all of that like to fit up to as well so that it matches up. But it does go from mobile to tablet to browser.
Okay. So, okay, do you have a timeline?
I haven't worked on that yet either. Like I said, I was spending most of my time trying to study Bootstrap to figure out how I can get my layout to work, but I will have that tomorrow if I got time.
Okay. So you're taking your own idea, you're just making it now as a website.
Yeah, and now it's just gonna be all for like because this what we're doing that you're making us do, I want it to be all for web development. So like if you want to follow me on my web development journey, I'm gonna find a place to put it on my main website so you can find that there too. So I'm probably gonna have to redesign my main website a little bit, but this is gonna be all for my web development journey, the one I'm doing now.
Okay. So what I'm most curious to see now is the timeline, because you already have some stuff done. The timeline's going to really help me understand what you're working on which days and if you're meeting those goals or not.
I got you. Can I have that ready for you tomorrow?
Yes, please. All right. Thank you. All right. Appreciate that, Chikaya. Next. Well, you guys now know I was out.
I guess I can go.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah.
Just to get it over with. Yeah. So share Yeah, so mine's pretty straightforward. So obviously, so like everyone else, I'm gonna go with a portfolio, but I kind of want mine to be formatted as something like a spy intel, I guess. So I have that, hence the Matrix GIF as a background. So
Mhm.
obviously the most important, all the main important sections are going to be designated by a file icon. So when I click on that, that's going to send me to the section that follows the label. So obviously the background is going to send you to the picture, send you to the picture, just my information regarding my education, my age, I guess my goals, and then I'll probably have the contact links over here, and it's probably going to be formatted differently. I haven't thought this out properly, but it's still a work in progress. So obviously the projects, it's probably going to be probably the most the blandest of them all, just because I only have one so far. So obviously it's going to be marked with a disk icon. Oh, sorry.
What happened there? You cut out, Ryan. You went on mute.
Sorry, my mom just called for some reason.
Oh, okay. You're good.
Yeah. Could you just give me a moment?
Sure. Okay. How about this? Let's have someone else present. We'll come back to Ryan.
We had John volunteer.
John,
I
John.
can manage.
Save us.
Should I just share my screen, or does Ryan need to close his?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just working on a portfolio page. It's super simple, honestly, in terms of layout, because kind of like Mark's, I want to focus a little bit more on the projects that I'm gonna apply. Ideally, over the days, I want to work on. I'm trying to aim for 2 projects,
Okay.
but if I can't finish those 2 projects, then I'll just probably make one as thorough as possible. So for
Yes.
the portfolio page, I just added a really simple nav bar, like a header. I want to have the functionalities where if I click the sections on top, it'll just scroll down. So I'll probably use some transitions right there.
Yep.
The About Me section is just really generic, just a bunch of text, profile picture, and then the titles. Technologies, just like experience, I guess. So I'd probably put like JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and like how comfortable I feel with those as a little description.
Mm-hmm.
The project sections, I want to put like an image for the projects and then the title of the projects on top of them, and also just a small description. And I also want to make it interactive in the sense where if you click the image, it'll bring you to like a GitHub page that shows the projects in depth, and then just a contact me section on the bottom. And then I didn't really use the Trello app. I just kind of wrote it down on a doc.
All right, that's
But
fine.
ideally by today, I want to have the portfolio page finished with the functionalities of it, like scrolling down and the images.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday, I like to work on my first project. I'm not exactly too sure on what I'm going to be working on
Yeah.
for now, but this is just like the generic. And then on Wednesday, I want to be able to work on the second project and then link it to the portfolio page, and then also upload the project to GitHub pages. And then on Thursday, I just want to do the finishing touches on it.
Yep.
And then also make the portfolio website like dynamic, so it's phone and tablet friendly.
Okay. You want to make sure it's phone and tablet friendly as you're working. So you want to integrate that
While I'm
into
working
your
on this?
workflow. Yeah.
Okay.
When you're working, work on the mobile view first. Most likely someone's gonna see your website on a mobile device more than a desktop.
Mhm. Okay.
So nice job. I like the way you thought of adding projects to it, and that's a great suggestion for everyone else, that if you finish early, you have plenty of optional assignments through the dojo to add as projects, or you can add additional projects that you would create on other days. Maybe you can think of another business website for someone else, or a business website template, right? You can think of a template for something you could give to a potential business owner for their product, whatever, general landing page. Okay, so you can add projects to your portfolio, and that is only going to make your portfolio even better. So great job. Appreciate that, John. Ryan, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
finish my call.
continue where you left off. Let's see
Yeah,
your
sorry
wife.
about that. Yeah. So as I was saying, there's only gonna be this one's still work. This page is gonna still be a work in progress. So it's gonna continue to update as we move on through the course. But yeah, and then this page is just gonna send you to what I've accomplished so far. So far it's CSS, HTML, JavaScript, and here I'm gonna have a pie chart that measures what I've done so far throughout the boot camp. So that's also a work in progress. And I think the main attraction of this portfolio is going to be like the transitions and how the information is going to be displayed. So I'm hoping to rely on a lot of typing animations, similar to I guess like a like I said, Spy Intel or just whatever format that you often see in like a hacking movie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still not sure how to use what was it called? Trello? Yeah, Trello. So I just decided to write the schedule over here.
Okay.
So yeah, so hopefully I can get at least over half the HTMLs done today. I didn't get enough sleep, so I'm hoping to take a nap. So unfortunately, I'm thinking about just getting the rest done tomorrow, and then yeah, I guess I can start working on the transitions, the scripts, the animations, and stuff like that.
Right.
And on Wednesday, obviously, since I have to make sure that this is going to fit on a mobile perspective, I need to get started on the media queries. Hopefully, I should get most of the script done by then, and I should also get at least most of the transitions and animations, since that's probably going to carry the workload. And by Thursday, I'm just going to try to adjust the aesthetics, the color schemes, especially since the Git animation might be overwhelming for some people who have visual disabilities. So yeah, and if I have the time, I guess I just start practicing. I guess I could just start practicing how to present stuff. So yeah, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, I like this timeline. Really well thought out. Great idea. Only thing I would suggest different is to make it mobile first. So have a layout for your page on a mobile view. It's most likely as cool as much easier it is to look at a website on a desktop and how much more work you got to put into it. Someone's going to most likely just view your page on their mobile app. So if it's something that you are going to use for getting a job, make mobile your priority.
Okay, so do you recommend me doing the mobile first before starting on the HTMLs?
Yeah, no, well, when you build the HTMLs and the CSS, it's going to be pretty much the same HTML, desktop and mobile, but
yeah,
the CSS design of everything where the divs layout, make the wireframe for that, work on that wireframe, and then make the media queries to make the desktop wireframe you just built work.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Nice job, Ryan. Who's left?
Do we have to make sure if it's with mobile and desktop?
It's not, but it's just a suggestion. And if you're willing to take it, it's a great one to take. I would, if you guys just made a desktop view, it's your project. I think that's still great. It's something you're presenting. You know, it's just that because there's more phones than desktops, you're most likely to get your website viewed on a phone. So just to have that in mind. Okay, I know it's a little bit frustrating. We work so hard to make something great on bigger view. It's like, you know, directors in movies, they get upset when people watch movies on their phones because they make it so much work to the details to be viewed on a big screen. But then, hey, you know, not everyone's got a big screen, so you got to work with what you got. So let's continue. Who else wants to present? But not wants to. Who else is left to present? Let's continue on.
I still haven't gone.
Okay. let's go ahead, Kurt.
Share screen. Okay, so you can see it, right? Okay, yeah, sure. So this is the layout I have, so kind of basic. I wasn't trying to go from pages to pages. I was trying to make everything that pops up be interactive. So I don't know how well you can read these notes, but they're kind of the ideas of how I was trying to have stuff work. So it's basically the design is this hexagon here, and then each of these things has a button over it that has the text of like technologies and skills and projects, and there's the button that sits there, and try to have it like be transparent, but it has like a mouse over effect so that you can tell it is a button. It's something that you can interact with.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do that, there will be like a series of these containers that represent the information here that are transparent and not visible. And when you click it, it draws it out so you can see it.
Okay.
So let's see here. And then this will reset, this button resets the page to its introduction level so that there's no container showing. It rehides all of them. And anytime you click one of these, it rehides the container you're looking at and pulls out the other one.
Wow.
And in a mobile form, I think that would look something like this, except these don't draw out, they just appear. And if the text is too large that you couldn't see any more buttons, there might need to be like a back button that sits inside the container so that you can go back.
Yeah, that's what you got to work out. So why this is a great wireframe idea. I've been curious. I've been interested in making one like this myself, but the hard part is making this into mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, because it's like this, it could be because the frame for this image comes from this. This is going to be the background of it. I just need to replace this text, replace it with my own font, with my own stuff like this.
Yeah.
And so this really, I think, this image doesn't necessarily need to be that large per se. I think there could be just different formats of this, like if you're saying like when it squishes down and whatnot. Like if I were to just basically take this image and then invert the background image to be horizontal instead, but then have this image stay the same, so that way it would cover the page.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. You just had the text align a little differently. Be curious. Yeah, I would ask, yeah, make this take a few minutes to make this on a mobile so I can know for sure how it is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And then you have a timeline as well?
Yeah, the timeline is on this timeline is, so today I was going to do the timeline to portfolio wireframe, and then start creating like where I know divs and like containers are going to be, just make them to existence, board them so I can see how they're going to work, start defining them, because I think there's going to be a lot of instances in which I need classes and IDs, because I'm going to need them to do specific things, but all be formatted the same.
Right.
Then on Tuesday, I was going to add any of the images or GIFs or text that I need in the appropriate areas, and then make sure that my like design color and my page palette is all right, because it's going to be a lot of black and white according to that image I'm going to use for the background.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday is when I'm going to try to make sure that everything I have is doing the interactivity that I need it to do. I need the boxes to move in and out. I need the mouse over effects. I really like that parallax thing that we saw, but the way I'm trying to set this up, I don't see a way that I could integrate it really, since I'm trying to design the page to not really have all of that scroll up and down. It's more just like a button interaction.
This is a unique design. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I don't really need the scrolling image effects. I could probably take it out there. And then Thursday, I would try to just make sure that everything is all wrapped up. All the interactions do what I need them to do. All of it does what I need it to do when the page is scrolled down to a mobile level.
Got it.
And then push it to GitHub Pages and then verify that it works as it's intended to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, really curious to see how this comes out, because like I said, I had one like this, but it was an octagon. My idea was like an octagon.
Yeah.
And I never went through with it. I just left it as a sketch, but now I get to see it done. So awesome.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see how it'll work out too, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great job. Great pick, Kurt. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Kurt. Who's next?
I could go next.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm, yeah,
Nice.
showing the right screen.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, mine's just gonna be a simple portfolio website as well. So the mobile side on this side. It's just gonna be nice and simple. Parallax image here. This will be my projects. I don't have any projects yet,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna have it in a card with a image, name of it, description, and then I'll have like links that'll open up like the live website and the code for it.
Nice.
And then yeah, contact me down there. And this will be the desktop view. I want the scroll to effects for these buttons on top or links on top, I guess. I'm not sure if I'll put an image here. I was thinking maybe I could do like a hover on my description to like change it to a picture of me.
You can make it like
Mm.
that test on hover. You know, when you hover over something, it changes the image as well or something.
Yeah. And then I might have a resume download link here, but I'm not sure. I might put it somewhere else that's like more easily accessible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. And then my
This is great.
Trello. Yeah, I don't.
How'd
have
you draw that out?
much.
Did you do it on a tablet or something?
This right here?
Yeah, it looks like you did it like hand wrote those.
Oh, on the top? Yeah, I just used my mouse.
Oh wow, you have a good mouse.
Oh, these right here are text though. You
I
just
know, but even that you wrote that with your mouse, that's pretty like.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
besides the point,
Thanks.
let's see your timeline.
Yeah. I guess this one's supposed to be Monday. Not too sure, honestly. But I've done most of the HTML and CSS. So I just have to do more JavaScript stuff. Make sure it's like functioning correctly. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, well then you have those days to make additional projects like the
Yeah.
offset projects or
Yeah.
add other web pages to your original one.
Yep.
So there you go. Awesome. And just a reminder, feel free to add any suggestions, everyone. Who's left? Is that everyone? I think that might be everyone. James, congratulations on passing your test, and True as well. If you guys did not see, did not get the picture already, we're doing personal projects. We'll have the recordings up for you if you, if you'll need that to understand where we're up to right now. It's project week, so I'll have the recordings up right after this lecture. Let me share my screen and we'll close out this session.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so here I am. We have just finished this wireframing planning session. You have the rest of the day to yourselves to work on your plan, your wireframe for your project. And tomorrow morning, we'll start our algorithm and then do our stand-up right after. Okay, and I'll do a little bit of introduction to UI UX design. I know we mostly finished it today, but it had to do with just the layout, different layout philosophies and color schemes, but nothing so deep that you couldn't have done today without. So, all right, let's close out the session. Unless anyone has any questions. Okay, I'll take that silence for no. All right.